Some people are calling COVID a housing boom. Hi guys, it's Realtor Josh Kepke here with Vancouver Real Estate Today with your August in review. So we're going to look at the month that was August and show you what's going on in the market. Greater Vancouver, we saw 37% year over year increase in the sales activity, and listings surged forward by 55% compared to August of last year. So that's a lot to write home about, or is it? We missed the spring market, so all that activity got pushed into the summer, and everybody kind of wants to shuffle right now. They want to move to a home with an office space, maybe a backyard. So that's produced some really interesting results in the market. Particularly interesting downtown condos. Balanced market at 16%, so they've basically been flat, no real gains here. But anything, mind you, under $1 million is still very competitive and in a seller's market, and an active one at that. But now, if we look out to the Fraser Valley, detached houses are up 53% compared to last year. Interest rates really low right now, and people kind of just wanting to get things done and to reprioritize their home to work from home right now. So I think that's part of why we're seeing all this activity, and just the sentiment has been better. We've seen positive month over month numbers, and that contributes to what we're seeing here in the market. But we got to take all these trends with a grain of salt, because we're comparing them against August of last year, which was really just the first month the market started to pick up again after what was a little bit of a downturn. And historically, August and December are always the slowest months in real estate. So really, it's not an apples to apples comparison that we're doing here. That being said, let's look at what's happening in some more individual markets. Single, and especially with prices. Single family homes on the west side, those are up 6.6% year over year. So we're looking at a healthy, that's because we had a healthy last half of 2019 and a good healthy first chunk of 2020. Townhomes prices, those are up 4.5% in Vancouver. Apartments, 4.5% as well. It's nothing crazy, but it's been quite busy. And a few noteworthy highlights. We talked about the downtown condos being flat. Let's talk about the two busiest markets on the west side. West side overall, 23% sales to active ratio. That's a seller's market. And two areas especially busy were Kitsilano and Fairview, and we're looking at a 56% sales ratio in Fairview Slopes. That's like 1 out of every 2 homes. Kitsilano, even better, 59% sales ratio. That's 6 out of every 10 homes. Now let's look over to the east side. East side condos are in a seller's market with 28%. And if we look specifically at Grandview-Woodlands, those condos, 82% sales ratio. That's huge. That's 8 out of every 10 homes we're selling or for condos in that area. Mount Pleasant, a little bit of a similar story, 57% sales to active ratio. So if you live in the east side and you're in Grandview or Mount Pleasant and you're a seller, you're in a very strong position right now. Let's talk about the detached market. Let's get into that some more. On the west side, we are seeing a 16% sales ratio. That's a balanced market, but really that's because some of the stuff of the ultra luxurious stuff on the high end in the west side houses, those are still slow. Just out of a lot of people's price range. But anything under $3.5 million is a seller's market right now, and moving very quickly for good product, particularly under $2 million if you want to drill down even further. Very busy. East side houses, still a seller's market across the board at 24% for those houses. But if we look up to 2.25 million, that's where we start to see a very strong seller's market. And if we're going to give you a little sliver of an example, $1.5 to $1.7 million houses, that price band in East Van, that's a 45% sales ratio. That is a very strong seller's market. Basically 5 out of 10 homes selling. It's good news if you're a seller in East Van, and particularly good if you're in Grandview-Woodlands or Mount Pleasant. But for those houses, it makes a lot of sense, because a lot of people, dual income, maybe a bit of equity, a bit of gifted money, that's often where they end up looking, is an east side house. So if you have specific questions about the market you're in, whether it's in Vancouver, North Vancouver, East Vancouver, you name it, really, in the greater Vancouver area, I'd love to give you some tailored market advice for what's going on in your neighborhood, your street, how much your home's worth. I'm Realtor Josh Kepke with Vancouver Real Estate Today at McDonald Realty, and you can reach me in a direct message. You can comment on this video. You can call me directly at 604-313-9805. Pretty easy to find. So thanks for watching. We'll see you next month. This was August 2020.
Vancouver Real Estate Today explores the art of living through genuine storytelling and localized expertise. If you enjoy what we do here, do us a favor and write us a review, and visit us at VancouverRealEstateToday.ca and discover the home that lets you express and live who you are.